What's up, guys? Iceman here. Wake up to meditations. Appreciate you all for coming by. Like this video if you will, subscribe to the page, and hit that bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And blessings to my patrons. May you have many wives. Links in the description below. So this video is a tough one to make. Really didn't want to have to do it. But I've noticed that a lot of you guys who have been commenting on my previous videos are divorced. And I, in fact, have a good friend whose bitch left him about a year and a half ago. And as much as it pains for me to say it, I don't think the guy as much so has touched a woman since then. Aside from maybe a hug or two, I don't know. But we're actually about to go to a big mall tomorrow. And I'm going to maybe encourage him to say hello to a few ladies. And I'll update you guys on how that goes. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm primarily doing it to get steps in. I've been trying to get 10,000 steps in a day. I have this little step counter. Got a hold of my belt here. Only at 3,600 today so far. Not enough. Which is actually a very important point in this video. Get your fucking steps in. Especially if you're a divorced guy in your 30s, in some cases in your 40s. You gotta get the damn steps in. You gotta trim that belly down. It's one of the most detestable things that women find unattractive. That belly fat, you gotta get rid of it, man. Do whatever it takes to get rid of that shit. You get rid of the belly fat, your face will look better. Chew gum. Get some gum. I've been chewing this gum. Makes your face muscles look better, your jaw and all that shit. But damn. There's a lot of divorced motherfuckers out there, ain't there? But this buddy of mine, I think that he kind of fell into this marriage with this chick. And of course it went south after a couple kids. And now he's in his late 30s, like me. Only difference is he ain't getting any. If I were a guy, if I were in the situation that I'm in now, and I didn't have a woman, I mean, you guys know that I have a good lady. She's upstairs right now. She's a great lady. I've been with her since 2013 or so. Met her at a grocery store. Just like what I tell you guys, don't go to Walmart. Don't go to that disgusting bottom feeder slum. Go to mid to upper tier grocery stores. The one that I went to was kind of a mid tier. There's this big grocery store in my area. It's called Meijer. They have sporting goods, they have video games, they have dog food and shit. But they have a lot of groceries. And I knew that's the place to go to find women. And that's where I found my wife, of course. Found a couple other ladies there as well, but we don't got to talk about that right now, do we? So the grocery stores I knew were a good place to look because everybody has to eat. The club hoes have to eat. The Instagram thoughts have to eat. Both of which you should avoid at all costs. The chicks who stay home to read books like freaking Belle and Beauty and the Beast. She has to eat. So Belle's going to fucking Meijer to get groceries too, alright? And that's what you're looking for. I know I've mentioned this in my previous videos, but about 40% of eligible women are not on dating apps. And you do not want to go on the dating apps. Stay away from them. All right, you find three things on the dating apps. Hoes, playas, and STDs. You don't want any of them. You want to be in a relationship with a hoe? Let me know in the comments below. I didn't think so. You want to find the belles out there, the chicks who like to read. Yeah, the chicks who like to spend time at the library, which is another good place to go find them. But Iceman, what do? I'm divorced. I'm like in my late 30s. This is fucked up. Well, here's what you do, dog. Number one, start eating right. Diet is the most important thing. Only drink water. Don't drink any of those energy drinks. None of that bullshit. Don't drink anything with sugar, anything with additives, nothing. Just drink water. And if you're into it, I guess you could drink coffee. I drink decaf coffee. That's all I drink. Along with water. I'll eat dark chocolate. Really, really dark chocolate with no added sugar and shit because I get a slight caffeine buzz off of it. But that's it. In terms of stimulants. You gotta get that fucking belly flatter. Get those steps and try to get 10,000 steps in a day, no matter what. Get your diet right. No processed food. None of that bullshit. You know what I do? I eat just plain meats, plain veggies, plain fruit, and that's it. The occasional slice of cheese, but nothing else. Nothing in the little bags. If it has a nutrition label on it, stay away from it. All right? You got to get yourself right in that regard because they can sense this stuff. Women can sense it. If you're an unhealthy slob who eats just a bunch of bullshit, they have this intuition. You guys know it. I mean, I picked up on this back when I was picking up chicks, no pun intended. They have a sort of innate subconscious awareness about them when it comes to all sorts of things. And if your diet ain't right, if you fucked up inside, they're going to know it. And more importantly, this is going to help your mind. It's going to help your body. You know, you need to be in a good state of mind. You need to have a good body. Stay away from all that bullshit. You know what I just had for dinner? I had a steak. I went outside and I grilled it. I didn't have anything with it. Just a plain ass steak. And obviously no A1 sauce, none of that barbecue sauce, none of that bullshit, man. Iceman, are you perfect? You ask. No, not really. I'm 6'4". I got some muscles and shit, but I ain't perfect. This is a spiritual journey, all right? This is an ascension. I fucked up yesterday. I had one of those Nutrageous bars. You guys know what I'm talking about? They're damn good. Hot damn. My favorite of the candy bars. You ever have a Nutrageous bar? But far and few between. Plain meat, plain veggies, some fruit occasionally, and water. All right, dog? And get those steps in. Working out. I think a lot of guys get sucked into the whole, I want big muscles and shit. Problem is, if you focus on that too much, you're working out your muscles in your body, but you're not working out your brain. And guys take it too far. And they'll start just getting fat. They'll gorge themselves with food. I was there. You know, I was benching 365 pounds for 4 reps from the ages of 21 to 35, 36. And then at 36, I ripped a pec tendon, got surgery and all that shit, and I started reevaluating things. And yeah, I still got a little bit of muscle, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know what I care about? You know what matters? And this is very important to guys who are divorced, who are trying to get back into the game. Heart health and dick health. If you're sitting there pumping yourself with all sorts of protein, with all this added bullshit, you're trying to get your 250 grams in a day or whatever, pump yourself with all this garbage, sitting there doing these little tweak sets, you know, 4 reps of, or you're doing like, 4 sets of 10 or whatever, 4 sets of 6 or whatever. You ain't working out your heart, man. You're not working out your heart and your dick. And guys take this way too far. They'll take it way too seriously, whether or not they have muscles, whether or not they can push a lot of weight in the gym. That shit is meaningless. A chick wants a guy who's veiny and shit. You know? She wants a veiny you-know-what. And all that other shit just doesn't really matter that much. She wants a guy who's healthy. She wants a nice slab in your abs, you know what I mean? Like 6-pack or whatever you can get it. But all that muscle and shit is just overrated. And the guys fall into that way too often. They'll make their heart unhealthy. They'll be pumping too much protein. They'll get fat. But they'll be like, oh, but I can bench press a lot. It's kind of where I was. Like I said, I was bench pressing a lot of weight, man. It's a lot for a tall guy like me. But it was all in vain. It was all a waste. Nobody knew I could bench that. Nobody gave a fuck. You think that women cared? They don't even know what that means. 365? I don't know what that means. You know, they don't know what that shit means. What they care about is your face. They care about your belly. They care whether or not you're a fat ass. They care if you're healthy. They care if you can get hard as a freaking steel rod, if you know what I mean. They care if you can like last long and stuff, you know? So get those things straight, man. Get your diet right. Work out, but for the right reasons. Now what I'm doing, I just do light weight, a lot of reps, try to walk fast on the treadmill, put it on an incline, do squats like no weight, just do all sorts of things. I got a gym out in the garage. I'll show you guys that in a future video. I've showed it a couple times on my other channels, but hot damn. Couple more big things. Don't smoke and don't drink. No cigars, none of that shit. It's gonna fuck your teeth up. It's gonna fuck up your lungs. It's gonna become an addiction. No alcohol. What does alcohol do? Well, it makes you look old as fuck. All right? I got a buddy who's my age. He's 38 years old. Looks like he's fucking 50. He's been drinking for probably 20 years. Off and on. Looks old as fuck. You know, I'm just trying to be straight with you guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just spitting the facts. All right? And shit's going to age you. It's going to dry out your skin. So it makes you all wrinkly and shit. I mean, I'm 38. I'm not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Not that bad. I mean, I don't even drink anymore. I would say just don't drink at all. Fuck it. No exceptions. Holiday, fuck it. Drink water. No alcohol in the holidays. No alcohol on Christmas. No alcohol on Thanksgiving. Oh, but my family's pouring wine. Fuck that. Just water. And stay away from all that processed bullshit that's on the table. Just eat the plain turkey. Don't put all that broth and shit on it. Maybe a couple pieces of broccoli and that's it. But God damn. You guys see where I'm going with this? I'm trying to help you guys out. All right. I mean, sometimes you just gotta get down to the fucking root. And a lot of this stuff, I think guys are like, oh, well, I can have a little bit here, a little bit there. No, don't do it. Don't touch the alcohol. And it fucks up your dick. You know, that was the draw for me. Is like I hit up the bars and stuff when I was like 19 and 20 a little bit. I was already over it by the time I was 21. But I mean, I always knew what it was like to get a good buzz on, and I ain't gonna lie, who doesn't like a good buzz occasionally? But I just don't do it, man. I can't remember the last time I had a buzz. It's been years since I had a fucking buzz. I just stay away from all that shit. Because the second I found out, I was like, it dehydrates you. It's bad for your organs. It kills testosterone. Alcohol. It's a fucking toxin. It screws up with your social behaviors and your anxiety levels. It brings up the baseline of your anxiety levels. It makes your dick go limp. I was like, what? I was like, red alert. I was like, oh, okay, it screws with your dick. That's enough for me. I'm done. So, no alcohol, no cigars, definitely no smoking. Honestly, I'll stay away from the pot. Pot's the same fucking thing. Turns you into a lazy ass. And another big thing, no porn. Stay the fuck away. I know I said this in my last video. When I went out and I found my lady, and when I was hitting up girls, found a couple of them, not gonna lie. This was in 2013, 2014. They operate the same. There's still the dating apps back then. I went on them a little bit. I mentioned that in a previous video. I went over a couple stories from Entertainment Value. You can check those out. But, you know, I knew you got to go out to get them. You don't go on the dating apps or follow those three things that I mentioned. So that's what I did. And wait, where was I going with that again? Right. You can't watch the porn because it's going to prevent you from going out. It's going to kill your drive. It's going to kill your motivation. It's going to just make you go like, ugh, I should just stay here and watch TV, you know? It kills your drive. You need to refuse yourself of any porn. Refuse yourself from beating off. You're going to be drooling at the fucking mouth. You're going to have to go out and meet people. And that's the only way, man. That's the only way to do it. So if I were an old ass divorced guy, And this stuff applies to other guys too, of course, but especially the old ass divorced guys. This is the shit you got to do. You got to eat right. You got to drink water. You got to exercise. You got to work out a little bit. You got to not get too big. You got to cut your belly fat. You got to stay away from the porn at all costs. You got to stay away from the cigarettes. Stay away from the weed. Stay away from the cigars. Stay away from the alcohol. And most of all, stay away from the fucking porn. And you have to deny yourself. Oh, but Iceman, I haven't spasmed in days. Dick's pointing up at me, begging me to do something about it. You got to say, fuck it. Go down, boy. I'm not going to please you. You know, we're going to go out and we're going to see if we can get some consensual shit going on here. And that's how you stir yourself up to go and pursue and conquer. I mean, that's what I did. That's what I'm still doing. And even if you're with a lady, you got to keep that shit. You got to keep all that shit in line. You got to keep all that shit on point. And yeah, there's plenty of excuses. Oh, you look at the dating apps; they're all focusing up to the top 5% of men. They're playing the cock carousel. Doesn't matter. You're not going for those broads. You know, you're going for the ones who aren't on the apps. The 40% who aren't. You don't want the whole bags. Those are the ones who are on the apps. So if they have an Instagram, if they have a dating app, turn around and walk away. It's just crazy how many guys they talk about, oh, ask for her Instagram. Are you fucking kidding me? If she has an Instagram, I want nothing to do with her. Why would you want some chick who's on Instagram who's showing her ass to thousands of men who are salivating over her, begging her to hang out with them through messaging and all that shit? Why would you want that? Somebody who's just enthralled with her own ego. I'd rather be alone in a fucking cave. So yeah, if she has an Instagram, find another one who doesn't. But that's my advices. If you guys will like this damn video, hit the thumbs up button. Become a patron if you want to support the meditations. Links in the description below. Let me know in the comments what other topics you guys want me to go on about. And I will see you guys tomorrow. But this one isn't over yet. There's a lot to discuss about this bullshit. This divorced man bullshit. This being out on the market again bullshit. This defeatist mentality bullshit. Because that's the big thing, is this is defeatist mentality, and everybody has that. So if you break away from that, you're going to already be ahead of the game, man. And listening to the points that I make in this video, that's how you get ahead of the game. But more videos to come. Peace be with you.